But when I moved to New York, I was actually still on my lease in Florida. So I actually did my first year up here living in my car, which is true. It's true. It was the only way I could chase my childhood dreams of having a car bed. And this. And I thought it was going to be such an edgy sacrifice sleeping in downtown Brooklyn in my Kia Optima hybrid. And then I saw the broom closets that New Yorkers call apartments, and I was like, oh, my setup is nice. Are you kidding me? Just a studio apartment on wheels, baby. Slightly worse bed, way better air conditioning. You know, your place has a window unit, my place was a window unit. You know what I mean? I would be so organized too. I would keep the passenger seat all clean and clear, like in case I had visitors. Mm-hmm. Which actually happened 0 times. Which is too bad, because my place was like a customizable Priceline room. It'd be like, hey baby, do you want street view or park view? I can do waterfront with an early checkout, street sweeping, you know? Oh man, but even that sacrifice wasn't enough. I found out Florida money is not New York money, so I immediately started looking into like second jobs, flexible jobs, and I was looking at anything. This is true. I actually tried getting into sex work. Technically, sperm donation. But if you think about it, sperm donation is just sex work for cowards. And I got rejected, you guys. I got rejected. I thought the best part of a sperm bank is it's better than getting rejected by women, and then a woman called me to reject me from the sperm bank. She was like, hi Isaac, we tested you twice. And it turns out that your sperm is highly potent, but does not survive the freezing process. It's a weird thing to learn. That your little swimmers can't survive an Arctic plunge. I was like, well, it's a good thing I don't have kids then, because they'd be dweebs. Are you kidding me? Can't survive the cold? Little frigid, flimsy losers, you know? And I'm highly potent, so I'm just shooting out triplets allergic to January? Can't have that, you know? My kids would definitely work from home and still call out on a snow day, you know? From Florida, you know? The Ice Bucket Challenge would give them Lou Gehrig's disease. Yes, also my favorite disease. Okay, I like how I just negged a cheer. That's why I'm single. But I do like being from Florida, living in New York, because I like being a bridge between cultures and all that, and it's very, very different, like socially, right? Obviously, we know what Florida is, and I hear we have some represented. And we also, like, in New York, it's on the cutting edge of most social issues, right? Like, very progressive up here, which is cool, because you get to learn, like, the new terms and ways to love each other, so I can report back to my parents and grandparents, and no one gets kicked off of Facebook, you know? Just doing my part to keep the peace. Problem is, people up here act like they never used the old words for things. Like, you just know that there's someone in gentrified Brooklyn watching Monday Night Football. Like, just for the record, I always called them the Washington Commanders. If you don't get that joke, ask the first friend you think of when I say buffalo wings. It discussed much. She literally said I still don't get it, and that's fine. That's fine. 4 ladies straight. This is why I'm single, I'm telling you. I want this to be my audience, and it's just not. And look, I get the pushback against the new names, right? I get that it's like, well, the word that I learned was polite when I learned it, and now by the time we all learn the new word, that's gonna be impolite, so it feels like a waste of time, and I get that, that's valid. But also, learning new things is dementia prevention. Did I mention I'm from Florida? We cannot afford any more mental decline. We need to be doing daily vocab lessons and Sudoku puzzles just to make it to 90, you know what I mean? Look, I know that it's stupid to learn to stop saying homeless and start saying unhoused. If you haven't heard that one yet, it's in the mail, it's on the way to you, I promise. It's like 6 months out. Up here, they've been saying it for years. In Florida, we still say hobo. And yes, it is dumb. You just turn home into house, same but worse, and less into same but worse. But every time Grandpa remembers to switch to unhoused, he is flicking Alzheimer's in the forehead and saying, "Get off my lawn." Also, I just think that having new terms is fun. I think we should always change and rearrange the English language, play musical chairs with it. In my future America, everything has a new word. In my future America, you can't even call somebody a doorman. Do you just call that guy a doorman? No, you can't say doorman anymore. That's offensive. That's insensitive. He's not a doorman. He just has an entry-level position. Have a heart. You know? He's not diabetic, he's a sweetheart, you know? This is my mayoral platform. You can't refer to this as a micropenis. I am short-staffed. Short-staffed is a COVID side effect. It's The new words can make every part of your life feel cooler, you know? Like, let's say right now you see a chiropractor, right? And you go and you get adjustments. Well, in my future America, you don't have a chiropractor, you have a crack dealer. Have you ever had a crack dealer before? You have? Oh, hell yeah, brother. I guess in my future America, the new word for crack dealer is governor. Some of these are going to be stupid. Like, why did we ever call it the bank when we could have called it the dollar store, right? In my future America, you cannot refer to this gentleman in the Yankees hat and the nice shades and the watch. You can't call him a pimp anymore. He is not a pimp. He is an intimacy coordinator. Do you guys want a dark one or a silly one? All right. Trauma in the room. All right, you asked for it. Don't tell me that Grandma had a brain aneurysm. Dark, right? But in my future America, that's not a brain aneurysm. It's just a thought bubble. That joke is medically correct. You don't have to like it, doctors will. And in my future America, we're already done with unhoused. Get unhoused up out of here. That's over. That's outdated. That's insensitive. In my future America, they're not unhoused. They are Redskins. What? Because they're out in the sun all day. It's offensive now, but it won't be. That's the point. You guys act like once we put a word in jail, it can never again find meaningful employment. Well, I believe in rehabilitation. We just got rid of the word Asperger's, but in my future America, Asperger's means hemorrhoids. Thank you guys, I'm Isaac Knox.